Hi, this is Kevin Brown with your 2-Minute Tuesday. There's a question mark here. These are the 9 justices for the United States Supreme Court. And of course, Antonin Scalia died a few months ago. And so the balance of power literally hangs in the balance. And the next president of the United States will appoint the person who fills in this question mark. Right now, it's a 4-4 split on the Supreme Court between liberals and conservatives. And so this next presidential election is much, much more than the presumptive nominees of Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. What it comes down to is really the Supreme Court. You say, why do you say that? Well, because we do have supposedly a balance of powers. The Constitution is to override the 3 branches of our government. We have the judicial branch, the executive branch, and the legislative branch. But we all know today that it all ends with the judicial branch. Let me give you an example. For instance, right now we have the dueling lawsuits between the Department of Justice, which will come from the executive branch, and the state of North Carolina, Governor Pat McCrory, which would be the legislative branch coming from the state of North Carolina. And ultimately, we know the Supreme Court, these people are going to decide what happens about this. And so the person who fills this spot is going to make that determination. Now let me go one step further. Do you know how old some of these people are? Do you understand that the next president of the United States potentially is going to appoint more? Let me give you the example. You see this lady here? She already looks pretty old. Well, she is pretty old, folks. She's 83 years old. That's Ruth Bader Ginsburg. You see this guy here? He's really been the swing vote for the last 15 years or so. This is Supreme Court Justice Anthony Kennedy. He'll be 80 in July. And then you've got this guy right here. This guy is Stephen Breyer, and he'll be 78 in August. It is likely that these 3 individuals might be appointed in the next term of the next president. So that's why this coming election is so important. And this will set the balance of power and the lay of the land, literally for our children and potentially for our grandchildren's lifetime. So be praying about this. Be praying about what's going to happen here, because this will determine a lot. Yeah, we're supposed to have a balance of powers. We don't. It's now the judicial branch. This is really what the election's all about in November, according to my opinion. This has been Kevin Brown with your 2-Minute Tuesday.